Okay.
Justice.
Space justice.
Always space justice. Oh my god. This was, yeah.
Really? That's all you got? Just not even to say, like, it was fast, or it was trigger butt fast, or...
Well, to be honest, it was as trigger could trigger, because it was triggering all over the place, because
Okay, alright, calm down, Trigger Chan.
It was just all trigger references. All of it.
Yeah, it was great.
Sorry, Space Patrol Luluco. That's what we watched. I mean, you would know if you looked at the episode title, but regardless. So basically, Luluco is a normal girl who lives in the weirdest fucking place on the planet, which is just a hodgepodge of rockets and buildings.
Yeah, Ogakubo. Got sold somewhere between the Showa and the Heisei eras.
Where they
to aliens, because Japan went broke.
Yeah, and it's just a melting pot of humans and aliens, and so her and her dad live alone, and they have a ridiculous wake up routine, and they're eating breakfast, and then her dad accidentally eats a weird pill and freezes,
just completely,
just in ice, and then she actually accidentally tips him over, and he breaks, and then she gets called into the space.
Well, no, she's like, Dad can't afford to miss any more days because he's already...
Oh.
So she wheels him over to Space Patrol, gets arrested, tells him it wasn't her fault.
So she gets unarrested.
And then she says something else and she gets arrested again.
Well, because she's like, well, it happened while he was eating breakfast. Who made him breakfast? I did. You're under arrest!
Oh, but I didn't feed him the pill.
You're under arrest. Unarrested, or whatever. Yeah.
And because Dad has taken too many pay advances, she ends up working at Space Patrol.
Yes.
And she catches a man for space cheating.
Literally space cheating. The villain of the week literally says, "Oh no, I'm getting caught for space cheating."
Yeah. And then a meteor hits the school containing a transfer student named Alpha Omega Nova. And he's also working at Space Patrol. Mm-hmm. And they have to break up this crime syndicate that's doing space shoplifting.
Yes.
And the leader of the crime syndicate also goes to their school.
Yes.
And she tries to shoplift Nova.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets shot in the face.
Sometimes.
And then she joins Space Patrol.
No explanation. She's just in Space Patrol the next episode. No one talks about it. No one says anything. She's just there.
So then they gotta go blow up an asteroid that's coming for Ogakubo.
Mm-hmm.
In the dumbest rocket ship, because it splits into 3 parts, each one of them having to... We didn't explain the gun transformations.
Oh, God. Alright, so when she initially transforms, it's clearly making fun of all the magical girl transformations, because they're ridiculous. But she transforms, she gets the suit, her clothes fall off. Like, her outer clothes fall off. And then, in order to fight, she turns into a gun. And by turns into a gun, I mean she, like, folds in ways that shouldn't happen into a gun. And she's literally dying of embarrassment. And then shoots a guy, and it looks like he fucking dies.
I mean, she puts a big old hole in the wall.
It looked like she put a hole in him.
It's fine. He's fine. He gets interrogated later.
And shot.
Space interrogated.
Yes. But also shot.
But yeah, so the way this rocket ship works is they all transform into guns to propel the next part of the rocket upward.
Yeah, and it's the space shuttle with, like, the tank and the 2 side rockets, but it splits in, like, cut sections. So, like, half the space shuttle gets taken off in the first one, and then just at the tip, just a tiny bit of the nose goes with the last phase, and it's just the dumbest shit.
So they pull an Armageddon, and they're blowing up this asteroid with, like, 4 sticks of TNT. And it turns out it actually wasn't an asteroid. It was her mom and her pirate ship.
Yes. It was basically, oh no, the moon was the anti-spiral. But super cool space pirate mom. God, she's fucking great.
So they get into a fight, and then Pirate Mom is all like, "Listen, I'm shoplifting Ogikubo." So she just extends down with these giant fucking hands off the ship
into one giant skyscraper and just pulls.
Yeah, just all of it.
Yep. And puts it for sale online as people ask questions like something like, is there a warranty and does it come with a box?
Yeah.
Which, as it turns out, yes it does.
Yeah, it just kind of folds into a box after it gets auctioned off.
Fucking... And so they try and use the Black Hole app to shoplift it back, but it combines with the portal that's supposed to send it to the seller, and they both combine and they fly off in God knows what directions.
So then we get the next 3 episodes are just they're looking for Ogikubo and they're going to different trigger worlds.
Yes, they go to the Kill la Kill world, which it's just about threads and shit, and then Over Justice just lights it on fire. Yeah,
the power of justice. And as we're flying away, there's just some dude screaming like, I'm still alive!
It's burning! I'm still alive, you hear me?
Don't forget me!
As they're talking over this, like, sentimental nonsense about how he wanted love. Oh, my God. And then we go to the witch place, where there's just this really depressed witch who stuffs Luluco full of poison mushrooms.
Yeah, and she's got 6 minutes to live, and then she's like, oh, wait, no, I read that wrong. It was 60 years.
Yeah, but she got to kiss Nova, so I guess it all worked out in the end.
Yeah, it was fine. And then they go to Sex, Violence, and Mach Speed for just an insane episode.
Oh my God. Like, it's already bad because the main detective guy, who's a shark, is just flying all over the place. I couldn't even figure out he was a shark for like the longest while. And there's this random doll and some dude.
Yeah, he's
like a monkey or something.
Yeah, he's violence.
And then the mafia breaks in and goes, "You've been touching on my girls. Pay up." And he's like, "Damn, I can't believe that I had to go to the one place that was owned by the mafia." And this begins an absolute ridiculous shootout where he kills the Dawn. And then cars, infinite cars, pour out of buildings that I don't know. And then the Dawn's wife shows up and the Dawn's mistress, and they're both boars.
Yeah.
Huh? They... For some reason, the doll gets used as a projectile.
Yeah, she's a missile or something. I don't fucking know.
Fucking stupid.
But, like, she explodes, and then, like, this sends the, It
sends the shark man into a rage, but for some reason, the giant monkey man turns really huge.
Yeah, he gets really big, and then they just fucking blow up the planet and leave.
Yeah! It's great.
Well, Nova comes down and he's just like, we found Ogikubo. It's here.
We found the real Ogikubo.
Because they've been finding a whole bunch of, like, they've been finding a whole bunch of, knockoff Ogikubos.
Yes. And they were rated by stars. And they're like, 3.5 stars means it's legit.
So yeah, they go to where Ogikubo is, and it's Space Patrol.
Yep.
The home world. And, they're all presented with prizes for solving the case.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nova just rips out Luluco's heart stone thing.
The jewel that represents her love for Nova. And then we go on this entire rant. Well, first off, the head of Space Patrol is a Black Holian. Basically, it just means it's a man with a black hole for a face. And then proceeds to go on a very meta rant about the hollowness of a middle schooler's love and how pointless and worthless it is because it's just about looks and it's shallow and meaningless. And I'm just sitting there like, wow, they're throwing shade at the anime industry like nothing else. And then Luluco dies.
Yeah, she goes to hell.
And she meets Fire Cop. I think it's Fire Cop from Axe Cop, which we need to find. Because I've seen bits and pieces of it. It's ridiculous. Because it's written by like a 3-year-old. So, Fire Cop, who looks for anyone looking at him like Ghost Rider, gives talks to Luluco and is like, "Don't worry, I've died multiple times and I always come back.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, take this stairway to heaven."
Well, he's like, so what happened? And she's like, oh, Nova betrayed me. And he's like, so what lies did he tell you? And she's like, he never actually lied to me.
Damn.
And then that gives her the will to go up the stairway to heaven. She calls him Mister. He's like, I'm only 21. And so she comes back from her funeral, and they're trying to escape the prison, and then Mom Pirate shows up.
Hell yeah.
And Luluco's like, look, I need one favor. I need your ship.
I need to go confess to the boy that I like. And she's like, go, have at it. Go for it.
Yeah, go dock with my ship.
Dock with the ship and ride on the front of it like motherfucking Shimon from Gurren Lagann. Just full of references. As we watch the Blackholian... Well, wait, we need to get to... Hold on. Alright, so... She's going to go confess her love and arrest him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he still stole
yeah.
from her.
Yeah.
So she floats through an ocean of stars, and by stars I mean literal shapes. Stars.
Yeah. Yeah. Symbolic.
Very. Confesses.
Yeah.
And then the Blackholian shows up and starts...
Oh, and then she gets her heart stolen again.
And again.
Because the Blackholian keeps smashing it, and she just keeps making more, and he's just like, this is bullshit.
Like, how can you keep making this? And then, oh god, we even left out the whole anti-spiral style speech about how when a civilization gets advanced enough, they build an Okakubo.
Yeah.
And then they harvest it because reasons, but they also, because they've stolen everything in the universe, they're like, well, we need to steal the most worthless thing on the planet, which is a middle schooler's first love.
Yeah.
And it includes some of the most ridiculous insults ever given to middle schoolers.
But yeah, so she hits Nova with a heart beam.
And then it gives him feelings.
Yeah, and they combine his heart stone, I think it's a pitter-patter stone,
yes,
with her a flutter stone.
And
it makes a lovey-dovey gem, or diamond, lovey-dovey diamond.
Something of that nature. It's true love, whatever. And so the Blackholian turns into the literal giant anti-spiral from the end of Gurren Lagann. And so they're about to like take their stand together against him, but it turns out Blackholian put a tiny black hole into Nova's head.
And that triggers it.
Because he was revolting. And then she turns her lovey-dovey gem into a gun, because of course it turns into a gun.
Everything turns into a gun.
It's just what you do.
So she puts a lid on like all of the Blackholian's black holes.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gets crushed by like the double knuckle.
Yep.
And then Nova's like, look, fire me at him.
I'm gonna die anyway.
My black hole and his black hole cancel out each other.
It's like my black hole and his black hole will something, and then it'll finish it. And literally something is in the dialogue, and it's kind of awesome.
So, like, she shoots Nova at him, and then they get basically pulled into a different dimension, and the day is saved. And we get like an 80s where are they now kind of deal.
Yeah, and Luluco is literally Trigger.
Trigger Chan.
Whatever. Trigger Chan, who is dressed, for anyone who knows Trigger, like a Trigger character.
Yeah, and she's an interdimensional police agent now, and she's looking to arrest Nova yet again.
We forgot that she turned into the Chosen One. That's when all the pink power went to her, and then it transformed her into her.
And he's like, "Why are you combining a bunch of useless powers to make one good power? That's bullshit."
Anime. Anyway, so her dad goes off to chase after her mom, which I kind of laughed at the end where he was like, "I'd chase whoever if you like him that much, I'd chase him into the ends of the earth. I mean, that's what I do." And it's like, oh right, he's chasing after her mom because he loves her mom. Although we did forget to mention,
I think he just likes the gunfights at the dinner table.
Yeah, that fucking flashback to them fighting where they're just dual wielding pistols and firing at each other.
Point blank range.
It's so good. And she leaves and she just has a bag full of guns.
Yeah, it's real good.
I love this show. Alright. Yeah.
And that's pretty much the plot of this show.
It moves at a mile a second, and yeah.
We watched 4 seasons in like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was amazing.
5 seasons in like 2 hours.
It was one of the best experiences I've had. So
let's throw arbitrary numbers at it.
Hell yeah. Plot.
It was great. We recapped all of it. Solid 5. Okay, fine.
I would go
5.5.
I'm going with 4. Characters.
Solid characters, 5.
I was gonna say, I'm giving that a 5. Animation, it's Trigger. You give that a 5.
Yeah,
I
5.
don't even give a shit. Genre strength. What is the genre? I don't know. I think it's Trigger.
Yeah, it's the Trigger genre. 5.
5. Dub. We didn't watch the dub. Special mention. Fucking Over Justice. Over Justice, not Nustis. That's different. Over Justice. He gets 2 points. That's the maximum we can give him. Hell yeah, that's 21. That makes it our highest yet.
Dang, I can't believe it. Literally more than perfect.
Damn. Alright, we'll be back with another goofy short series.
Alright, see you guys later.
See ya.